Hey guys, Colin here from CH Gadgets, and this is the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE. By the way, FE means Fan Edition, if you didn't know, or you could just say for everyone. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to tell you 3 things that I discovered about the smartphone that makes me think that it's a bigger deal than you might have known. So, just a quick heads up, I think Samsung was really hoping that this one could be their version of a flagship killer phone. But yeah, they failed miserably at that and ended up making a flagship kind of phone instead. Kinda. But the best part is they still price this as a mid-range phone, which means that almost anyone can get this level of experience without breaking the bank. Now, don't get it twisted. A few corners were cut and some compromises were made in order to meet this price point and the moniker of a fan edition phone. But I'm not sure if these are the type of compromises that will affect the performance and the overall experience in any major way to be a deal breaker. Alright, so the first thing that lets you know that you're getting a flagship level experience with this phone is the unboxing. Now I'm being serious. I'm for real. So when you open up the box, you get the phone, a warranty card, a getting started guide, and a USB Type-C charging cable. Now, on the flip side, what do you get whenever you open a box of any other flagship smartphone? That's right, you get the phone, a warranty card, a getting started guide, and a USB Type-C charging cable. There you go. Your flagship experience on a mid-range budget. Boom. But on a more serious note though, just like the more expensive S21 Plus and S21 Ultra, this thing is being powered by the Samsung Exynos 2100 processor, which is an ARM Cortex 64-bit octa-core 5nm CPU that can clock about 2.9 GHz along with the Mali G78 GPU. And if you don't understand anything that I just said, simply put, this thing is running a flagship chipset that can provide a lot of horsepower and let you power through your day with whatever you throw at it. Now, along with this one, you also get 8 gigs of super fast LPDDR5 RAM, along with 256 gigabytes of storage, but you can also get a 6 gig, 128 gigabyte option just in case you want to save a little bit of cash. But seriously though, I would suggest that you always go for the highest storage option that you can get without breaking the bank. Either way, this thing is going to be super fast and fluid and can game like a champ, especially since it's now running the One UI 4.1, which is one of Samsung's smoothest iteration that I've seen thus far. Okay, so just in case that one wasn't impressive enough for you, I'll do you one even better and let you know that this display is one of the best AMOLED displays in its price class right now. And that was intentional on Sammy's part. I'll go even further and say that this display is slightly better than some other phones that are priced in higher value than this one. And that is because this is the same exact display that is in the more expensive S21 Plus and the same exact display technology that is in the S21 Ultra, with a few differences. Can't leave that part out. This phone has a dynamic AMOLED 2X display, which means that unlike most other devices with a regular dynamic AMOLED display, the dynamic AMOLED 2X display is capable of showing true black levels and depth with excellent color accuracy in the sRGB and DCI-P3 color gamut. And that's just a long way of saying you're going to be viewing colors reproduced as close to the original movie, video, and photo source as possible. This is a really beautiful 6.4-inch display. It's sharp, crisp, vivid, with a pixel density of 401 per inch and a peak brightness of 1300 nits and 120 Hz high refresh rate, with full support for HDR10 Plus content, and it's also protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, which is the type of protection that you would usually find in some more expensive flagship phones. But we're still talking about a mid-range phone price here. Overall, it does offer a great viewing experience, plus the dual speakers are really good. But they could be a little bit better in my opinion, especially if it had a little bit more bass and mid-range. Even better if they were actually a true stereo pair setup. With all that said though, one of the best standout features of this smartphone is is the camera system. Now, it may not sound impressive when you're reading off of the spec sheet, but trust me, this is a really good camera system. On the back, there is a 12 megapixel f1.8 26mm equivalent wide angle lens with phase detection autofocus as well as optical image stabilization. You also get an 8 megapixel f2.4 76mm telephoto lens with optical image stabilization, phase detection autofocus, and up to 3 times optical zoom, along with a 12 megapixel f2.2 13mm 123-degree ultra-wide lens. And for the front selfie cam, there is a 32 megapixel f2.2 26mm equivalent wide-angle lens. And it's no surprise here, it is a Samsung phone after all, so the photos and videos that it produces are really good. For a phone that is in its price class, we're talking about almost flagship level stuff here. Well, kinda. Well, the truth is, it may not be able to go click for click with the Pixel 6 Pro, the iPhone 13 Pro, and the S22 Ultra, but it is able to stand on its ground and do some really good daytime photos with that Samsung color pop that makes it ready for social media whenever you shoot any shot. Now, to be completely honest, that Samsung color pop from the cameras may not be my cup of tea, since I like my photos with a more natural look, but there's no denying how good it looks if you're into that style of photos. The low light photos are pretty decent, and the 4K 60 video was really good also. Now, I really like this phone, and there's a few things that I wish Samsung had done differently, especially since this is a mid-range phone and it comes with that mid-range phone expectation. They could have simply included a few other things that would clearly not increase the price in any major way, but would have added so much more value, such as, why didn't this one come with a micro SD card slot? Or why didn't it have a power brick inside the box? Better yet, why doesn't this have a dynamic refresh rate display? Instead of this one that is always stuck at 120 Hertz, if you could have turned it down, that would have worked so much better and helped with the battery stamina. And also, what is a mid-range phone without a 3.5mm audio jack port? Or even better, I just want to know, why couldn't this one come with 30-watt fast charging? I know I'm talking about all the things that this phone is lacking, but it does have a lot of other great features that can probably make up for some of these shortcomings, such as the processing power of both the Exynos 2100 and the Snapdragon 888 processor is way more power than you would ever need. And the really good AMOLED display on this one is color accurate with 120 Hz, and it supports HDR10+. Plus, it's protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. And this one actually does have a official IP68 dust and water resistant rating. Plus, this thing has a really good camera system that can probably rival any other phone that is in its price class right now. It is running Android 12 out of the box with a One UI flavor on top. Plus, this one does support wireless charging. It is a mid-range phone. I have to admit, there are a lot of other mid-range phones out there in this price class that can probably give this one a run for its money. But to be honest, this one is definitely giving you a lot of phone and a lot of value for what you're paying. It's definitely not breaking the bank. It is important to note though that even though this is giving you a lot of flagship features, it's not going to be like some of the more expensive flagships that got all the bells and whistles. So just keep your expectations grounded. I see what you're doing, Samsung, and it's noted. Alright, if you live in the Caribbean, then you're in luck because these are available right now at your local Samsung Experience store. So you can go and pick one up for yourself. For everyone else, check the link down in the description for more information, or you could get one. Also, there is a comment section right below the like button. Let me know what you think about this one. And if you like tech and gadgets like I do, and you want to see more videos like this, then click on my face to get subscribed. And after that, YouTube wants you to watch this video over here, but I definitely want you to check out this one. Peace.